And it, in part, is what inspired me to do this type of pour. I'm doing a dirty pour. And then I'm going to pedal on top of it. And I've mixed up the Let's Resin Pigment Paste red and yellow. And I don't know if you can see me or not. I am pouring it up into your dirty pour style. And I will show you in just a minute. And I'm just going to kind of barely give it a swirl. I'm not very familiar with the dirty pour, but this is what I'm using, and this is what it looks like now. So we're going to go ahead and just pour it in. I do already have my white mixed up. And a comment that I got off of one of my videos where I had done red, yellow, and purple, they made the comment that it looked like fire at one point. So I thought, you know what? Let's try this. Let's just do a little bit different spin. I was so worried I would not have enough mixed up, but it does actually seem like I do. I don't know if this is a good thing to do or not, but I had a little bit left in each cup, so why not? I have done 2 attempts at the fairy flower using this color combination with purple added. I'm not really comfortable mixing this much resin. I was so worried about a flash cure that I really hope that my white is to temperature. It was very close when I poured it up, but as I said, I was just really concerned about a flash cure. And it feels pretty warm about now. So one other thing that I never really do is add stones in the middle, because I actually love the way the centers of most of my blooms look, but this time I thought, let's go ahead and try. So I'm gonna just drop that in the center, maybe a little more, because this is a pretty good size mold. I don't know why I have been so nervous to use this mold. I guess because it does take quite a lot of resin, and so if it doesn't turn out or something goes wrong, it's a lot of resin to lose. I like the color. I hope that this turns out as a decent bloom. Get the air out of my piping bag. think I could have stood to make the cut on the bag just a little bit larger. I do like the way the white is already spreading. And I will go back and fix those, pull those blobs through. Or the white through, so I don't get the blobs, excuse me. A little. This is something I like to do, is especially around the center, is draw a line through, and it just gives it a little more definition, in my opinion. I have been wanting to try a calla lily in this mold, but I needed to get a little more confident in mixing up this much resin and making sure I have enough working time and bloom time, of course. The red does seem to be settling more towards the bottom. Maybe I should have given it a little bit more of a mix, but there again, being new, using this much resin, it is spreading very well. Definitely need to work out these thick lines. Don't want to mess up my center, but I also don't want blobs. pull these. I absolutely love these Let's Resin pigment paste. They are so translucent and vibrant. One of the other pieces that I have done is just fabulous color. Try and work that out just a little bit. I'm fearful that my white is kind of just not going to be as vibrant as I like, but it is spreading so well that I really can't add any more at this time without fear of overpowering and having not a good bloom. Because I put the stones in, I really didn't need much of a center, but have it. I really, really hope that you've enjoyed this take on a 3D bloom, and I cannot wait to see how it turns out. For you, it'll be a few minutes. For me, it'll be a couple of hours of fretting. I, again, thank you for being here and have a wonderful day.
Then I have another 25 grams.
Good morning. I almost forgot to turn my camera on. I am adding a second layer to my hibiscus tray. I did a layer of red and yellow Let's Resin pigment paste, and then I did the second layer is red and orange, and I'm not gonna pipe a lot of petals in because I don't want to overpower it or make it not look right. But I I've never done a bloom like this, and I thought, why not? I hope everybody is enjoying the beautiful weather. We finally have had a break from the rain here in the Midwest. It seems like it has been raining since March, non-stop. And I have already gone around and released my bubbles. And I'm not sure if you all can see the previous petal in there. Oh, I don't have my ring light on. Sorry. This is one I did last night, just kind of messing around to see how these different pigment paste blooms might turn out. I have mixed way too much white, but that's okay. I have a little bit of resin left over, and maybe we can do something with that. And what I decided is I just, well, I didn't really want to do that, but let's go with that. The hole I cut in my piping bag is a little bit larger than what I'm used to or what I anticipated using. And I don't know, because this is a second layer, how much the dots will show. Especially since I didn't even mean to put them on there, but since they fell, let's just go ahead and even it out. All right. And now I am just as you all know, I've been attempting fairy flowers, and I think what I would like to try next is go back to the Larimar effect. I very much enjoy that. And just to give us a break from always seeing the 3D blooms, though I love them. This time I'm using the Let's Resin White. This is my first time using it, so I'm not quite sure what to expect. Now let's definitely go through and pull these lines. Don't want that to blob. can tell I am not very used to this petal style. Alright, I think that is all that I'm going to do on here right now. Put my white down. And then let's work on these lines. They're already spreading nicely, which that's good. You know, when you're using a different white, it's always a little concerning. Will it, you know, spread? Will it do what you like? I know Let's Resin is a very trusted product for many of us. Don't want to mess up my dots that I didn't intend on putting in there, but just pull those through as best I can. The first layer, you might remember I did the Let's Resin pigment paste yellow and red. So kind of keeping with the sunset theme, I did the orange and a little more red this time. I hope that that was a good choice. I am really excited for this to be finished so I can see it, because this is the first time I'm using this mold, and it's a lot of resin, so I'm always fearful. What if it doesn't turn out? I've used so much resin. But we're gonna think positively and hope that this kind of becomes like a sunset type inspired. All right. As I said, I have a ton of white left over. Let's see if I can see what I can fill up here. I'm not sure if I have enough. I appreciate everybody being here and all of the kind comments that I am getting. I need some help with editing desperately, but I am learning something new every day. And I guess that's what it really is all about. Learning and growing.